Hello and welcome. Come on in and have a seat. All right. We've been talking about the 8 limbs of yoga, going through those, and then we've circled back around to the yamas. And even though in the last video I said it was the third limb, which was steya, but I meant the third yama. Correction. So we're on the fourth, which is Brahmacharya. So these yamas, the first limb, are observances that we observe, or observances that we do for the outside world for ourselves, being kindness, non-harming, truthfulness, non-stealing. And today we're going to talk about Brahmacharya, which is used to be celibacy, but now in this era, I believe for us, it's more of our balance of energy, where we put our energy, how we put our energy out, how much energy we do, energy balance. And that can be, I wrote it down, and that can be how we are just moving through the world, saying yes or no to how many things people are asking us, different relationships, our work, just everything that we do. Are we putting our energy in the right place? You can bring that into your practice today of putting energy into the right place. Maybe you need to put a little more in your breath work, breathing evenly, or exhaling a little more, or maybe inhaling a little more, deciding what is working for you. Maybe you need to put a little more energy in muscle contraction or engagement instead of so much flexibility, strength, or maybe it is flexibility, or maybe it's more of concentration. Your energy needs to be concentrating on what you're doing. Brahmacharya, the meaning of Brahma, the truth, the ultimate, the Godhead. It's the ultimate truth, Brahma, the source. And Charya is to move, to conduct, how you move, how you behave, how you practice. So those two fit together in Sanskrit, Brahmacharya. All right, let's get started. We're going to start with Ujjayi breath, ocean breath, back of the throat. You're welcome to sit up. If you want to lay down, that's fine. We're going to concentrate on the breath, Ujjayi, ocean breath, for just a few moments. You can sit on a block, sit comfortably, and again, practice as you like, making modifications that work for you. Inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, either out through the nose or out through the mouth, pretend you are fogging up a mirror. So you can see how that feels either through the nose or the mouth. Inhale through the nose, and you're defogging that mirror. Maybe a little bit of sound in the back of the throat. And you're welcome to close your eyes or keep them open. So balance of your energy today. Ujjayi breath, inhale. Through the nose, exhale. Out as you like. Making or creating a little bit of sound in the back of the throat, feeling a little bit of restriction in that area. And we talk a lot about bracing through the belly button and the core, the transverse abdominal. Dropping the shoulders on the exhale, feeling tall through the spine. So as you inhale, you're defogging that mirror that's in front of your nose and your mouth, and as you exhale, and again, the length of your inhales and exhales are up to you. So a few more times with your Ujjayi, ocean breath. One more time, inhale, tall spine. Exhale, shoulders down, belly in, muscles in the pelvis contract. Let your eyes open up. Try to use Ujjayi breath through your practice today. Lay down on your back, all the way down as you like. Arms up overhead. You can keep your knees bent or you can straighten them out. It's up to you. We're going to start with scissor arms. So take your right arm down along your side, palm down. Left arm stays up, palm up, and then change. And then try to flow through with breath as you move your arms. And investigate some palm rotation as you do that. Maybe as your arm comes up, your palm rotates in, or your palm rotates out, or your palm rotates as you go, as your arms go up and down. So just investigating some movement, and you can feel that movement in your shoulder as you face your palms in different directions. Bracing through your core, maybe lower back presses gently on to the mat. Again, your knees can be bent or your legs can be straight. Either one. And last time. Come back to neutral, arms down along the sides. Stay right there. Oh, yeah. Bring your knees up. And then tee out your arms. Let's go palms up so we can externally rotate our shoulders and get out of that inward rotation. Drop your knees to the right. Exhale. Come back center, knees to the sky. Inhale, and other side. Exhale. So some spinal rotation. Try to keep both shoulders on the ground. Moving your knees left and right. And if it feels all right, you want to progress that a little to do a little more core work. You can bring the feet off the ground and get that twist or that rotation with your feet off the ground. Now there's lots of modifications with that. You can do one leg at a time, or it's up to you. Try to keep your lower back pressed towards the ground as you come back through the center. Inhale, in the center, exhale as you pull back up. Trying to keep both shoulders on the ground. And before we move on, if you want to add a little more, you can kick the top leg out or both legs out as you rotate to one side and then come back in and then rotate to the other side. So again, how do you spend or expand your energy? Exhale. And just focus on that core movement. Nice breathing from side to side, rotation. Yeah, kick it out, top leg or both legs, right? Good. And then come back center. Feet on the floor, knees bent, arm along the sides, palms down. Tuck your tailbone under, press your lower back towards the mat. Lengthen all the way up through the spine, through the back of the neck. Inhale. Hi, come on in. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under, lift all the way up as high as you want into bridge lift or bridge posture. If you have tension on the knees, let your knees and toes bow out a little bit, opening through the pelvis. Exhale at the top, maybe take an inhale, and then lower down from the neck, upper back, middle back, lower back, hopefully tailbone coming down last. If it doesn't, when I first started to do this, my butt definitely hit the ground kind of before my lower back, and then take a breath at the bottom and then lift back up with an exhale, lifting all the way back up. So with some concentration and some work, I got my spine to kind of roll down through the, all the way as I lower down with the tailbone coming down last, engaging my core, tucking my tailbone up and under. So a few times, maybe inhale at the bottom, exhale as you lift. Just working through the spine, warming up into bridge. So we're lifting and lowering, as arms as you like. Good, and bridge this. So we're taking notice of the spine. Today is Brahmacharya, and it's how you expand your energy or extend your energy or use your energy, and can you balance that out into the right way? Good. One more time, rolling up through the spine. Feels good, right? It's lengthening through the back of the neck, squeezing maybe your gorgeous glutes at the top, and then rolling all the way down. All right, lengthen your legs out, arms up overhead, tall and long straw posture. Reach from your toes all the way up through your body, through your fingertips. We're going to do a few what's called roll-ups from Pilates. So inhale, bring your arms down along the sides, palms down, tuck your chin to your chest. And exhale, roll all the way up. If you need to grab your leg or push with your hands, that's fine. We're going to roll all the way up and then lean forward as someone was pulling your belly button back. Pretend they have a strap on your waist, and they're pulling your core back as you reach forward. So a really C curve, and then roll all the way back. Just make sure you're breathing. Right, arms up overhead. Exhale. Inhale, arms down along the sides, chin to the chest. Exhale, lift. And then reach. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Reach, reach, reach. And inhale, rolling all the way back down. So maybe tuck your tailbone here, right? You can reach forward, go down slow, squeeze the glutes if you want, investigate. Arms up overhead. Inhale, arms to the side, chin to the chest. Exhale, lift up, right? Roll, 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 roll. Maybe your feet come off the ground, that's fine. Investigate how you can make this better. As someone was pulling you behind you, they have that belt on you, and they're pulling your belly towards your spine. They're pulling your lower back towards them, reach, and then roll back. Keep breathing, arms up overhead, nice and slow and controlled. Inhale, arms down along the sides, chin to the chest, roll up with an exhale, right? Roll, 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 roll. Use your core. Starting to lose my pants. Pull the belly button towards the spine. Make adjustments, even if it's clothing adjustments, right? And then roll all the way back down. Let's do one more. So here we're going to roll down slow and controlled. If you ever need to hold onto your leg or use your elbows, that's fine. Use core control, arms up overhead. Inhale, arms down along the side, chin to the chest. Exhale, lift. Yep, get it, get it, get it. I'm going to do as many as it takes to challenge you, right? Where's your energy? Oh, reach forward, pull your belly button towards your spine as someone was pulling your hips back to the back of the mat. And then sit all the way up. Bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, pull your legs in as best you can, and try to point your toes, bring your hands on your lower shins. And we are gonna roll like a ball. So some of these are Pilates moves too. Yoga lattes today. You're gonna bring your chin to your chest so you don't whack the back of your head. Don't do it if it doesn't feel good. You can do a different kind of rolling or just roll it down and up easily. But we're gonna roll back, tucking the tailbone and the chin. Inhale. Exhale, come up and try a little bit of a balance. Good. Inhale. Exhale, roll up. Inhale. Exhale. So I'm working on keeping my feet in and not letting them kick out, which makes it easier. And that's fine if you need to do that. But try to keep tucked and roll up. And if you're like, wow, this really hurts my spine, don't do that on the wood, right? Oh, it hurt your tailbone. Okay, don't do it. Just nice, easy rolls. Good. One more time. And then sit all the way up. And we're going to come over onto the belly. So release, and however you want to flip over, right? Maybe you want to push, bring the knees down, and over onto the belly. All the way down, arms lengthen overhead into swimming or back extension. Lift your right hand, your right arm, and your opposite, your left leg. And then change sides. Inhale through the center, exhale as you lift. Inhale as you're neutral, and exhale as you lift. So slow and controlled with breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Now it's not quite Ujjayi breath without that kind of restriction, but still taking notice and making some kind of sound. And then if you want, you can hold up all the limbs and start to kind of swim it out, which is a great back extension. So all these muscles in your back, these long muscles, these back extenders are trying to lift you up. Good. Straight legs, breathe. So good for you. You can do it. Go back to just lifting opposite arm and leg. Yeah, there you go. Look forward, lift it. 10, 9, 8, breathe. 7, 6, point your toes so you don't stub them. 4, 3, 2, you got this. Hands down, pull back. You're warmed up, child's pose. Exhale, knees apart or knees together, whatever feels good. And again, these practices are for you. to take notice, observe, self-study, which is in the next Swadhyaya, which is a Nayama, and self-study. One more breath here. Roll all the way up to hands and knees. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees, walk your feet to your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Hands on the hips if you want, roll up one vertebrae at a time, or come up however you like. Arms up overhead, take a deep breath. We're going to do a little warm up with what's called Chandra C or Moon C. We are going to be coming down onto the knees, so if you need to pad up the knee, just do so. Lower your knee very easily. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down, right foot back, right knee drops, right foot releases. Inhale, lift, low lunge. Exhale, hands down. Right foot stays, left foot comes back. Lower all the way down. Inhale, lift, cobra. Exhale, pull back, down dog. Right leg lifts. Knee to the chest, foot to the top of the mat. Left knee drops. Left foot releases. Inhale, low lunge on the other side. Inhale, reach up, push that hip flexor forward, pull your inner thighs towards one another, hands box the foot. Back toes tuck, knee lifts, feet together at the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, and inhale to rise. So that's half, that's one side. Exhale, hands to the heart. Other side, inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, half lift. Hands down, left foot back, left knee drops, left toes release, low lunge. Inhale, exhale. Right foot comes back. Now you can go into plank, right? And you can lift. You could even stack the foot, chaturanga, cobra, up dog, whatever you like. Pull back, down dog. So as you move through, use your knees or not. Left leg to the sky. Knee to the chest, foot to the top of the mat. Drop the opposite knee, right knee down. Release the toes, low lunge. So we're moving through with those low lunges. Hands down, tuck toes, knee up, feet together. Inhale, half lift, forward fold, and inhale to rise. We're going to do it again. Hands to the heart. Inhale, forward fold. Half lift. Right foot back, knee down, release the foot, low lunge. Hands down, left foot goes to the back of the mat, lower down, how you like. Pull through as you want. Pull back, down dog. Right leg to the sky, knee to the chest, foot to the top of the mat. Back knee drops gently. Release the toes, low lunge. Nicely done. Hands down. Back foot to meet the front. Half lift, forward fold, inhale, rise. Left side, inhale, forward fold, half lift, hands down, left foot back, knee down, low lunge. Hands down, right foot back, lower down chaturanga, pull through, down dog. Left leg to the sky, knee to chest, foot to the top of the mat, drop back knee, low lunge. Hands down, back foot to meet the front. Half lift, forward fold, inhale, rise. Hands to the heart. You're like, one more time because I'm just getting it, right? Inhale, lift, why not? Exhale down, half lift. Hands down, right foot back, knee drops, low lunge. Lift it up with breath. Bring it back down. Front foot meets the back. However you want. You could lift that leg or stack it or drop your knees. Pull through. Pull back. Right leg to the sky. Knee to the chest, foot to the top of the mat. Low lunge. Inhale, lift. Beautiful. Bring it down. Feet to the top of the mat. Half lift. Forward fold. Lift it up, rise as you like. With breath. Left side, last time. Inhale. Fold it. Half lift. Left foot back. Knee drops, low lunge. Inhale. Hands down. Front foot meets back. However you want with strength. Lower down. Good. Brace. Inhale. Pull back, down dog. Left leg to the sky. Knee to the chest, foot to the top of the mat. Low lunge. So drop that knee. Good. Breathe. Scoop up that oxygen. Hands down. Good. I can't remember if we did it already. So front foot back. Lower down. Why not? Inhale, lift. Bring it back, down dog. I think we did left leg to the sky. Knee to the chest, foot to the top of the mat. Drop your back knee, low lunge. Do it one more time. Time warp, it happens. Hands down, back foot meets the front. When you get lost, you just find a detour, right? Forward fold. Inhale to rise. It's all right, just go around the block. I don't know where I am, just go around the block. Whew. Step your right foot all the way to the back of the mat and into warrior one. So in warrior one, I know I'm going to turn around a few times. I'm going to turn towards you. So in warrior one, trying to get that front leg parallel with the floor, making sure the knee is behind the toe, right? So if you want, step a little further with that front foot for me, Tim. It's a little further, good. And then get low, get strong through the back leg. Try to rotate your shoulders towards the short edge of the mat. So we're trying to even out our hips a little bit by pulling the front hip back and the back hip front, pushing that back leg strong, squeezing that back glute, zipping up, chest lifts, right? Strong posture, even engaging your triceps, reaching through your fingertips, engaging the muscles in your pelvis and breathing. So maybe in here you can incorporate that Ujjayi breath. So lengthen those arms, energy through the fingertips. Make some sound with your breath in your throat. Don't be afraid, no one else can hear you. Even if they can, it doesn't matter. And maybe with those exhales of your Ujjayi breath, you'll feel your core brace, right? Muscles in your pelvis. One more time. Warrior two, keep your front knee aligned with your toes. Engage your triceps, back of your arms. Front leg trembling, right? Muscles in the pelvis, everything's pulling up. Gaze over your front fingertips. Inhale through your nose. Ujjayi breath, ocean breath. Concentration. Straighten your front leg. Walk your back foot in a notch or two. Bend your back knee towards the back of your mat. Lift your front toes. Come down into martial artist stretch. So maybe it's a higher one, right? Like here. So lift your front toes up. There you go. Maybe, and you can use your hands. If you have a block, you can use the block. Or come down with strength. Well, come down with strength anyway. Into martial artist stretch and breathe. Ooh, the bounce. And focus. That long leg, maybe extend the same arm. And use your Ujjayi breath to focus. So when you settle your eyes, your focus, your mind starts to settle. When you settle your breath, your body will settle, right? And then bring your hands down to the floor. We're going to work our way back up to the top of the mat, lifting the back heel. Whoa, wobbly into crescent. So back heel is up, front knee is bent, back leg is straight. and then lean forward. Extend out. Brace through the core, so try not to round in. Look forward, biceps towards the ears. Engage or enliven your fingertips. Breathe. Inhale, exhale, and here comes the fun of warrior three. So you can bring your hands to your hips, lean forward, and then lunge. Whoa, whoa, turbulence. Into warrior three. Arms out forward. And then as we did in the beginning, start to scissor them. Ooh-wee. Uh-huh. Concentration, Ujjayi breath. Where's your energy now? Where can you put it to help this posture? Breathe, breathe, breathe. Both feet down to the top of the mat, arms down. Take a deep breath. Hand to foot on the left side. So if you want to reach down, maybe using your first two fingers for your big toe, or if you want to hold onto your knee for a modification, that is fine. So left leg, left hand. You might want to start here. Find that focal point, find that dristi. Or you might want to take your first two fingers. Boy, I'm wobbly today. And that's all right, right? And then lengthen out. So find your concentration, and when you do, and your legs are semi-straight or really strong, or you feel enough that you can roll down forehead to the knee, pull your shoulders away from your ears. And here's where that belt work that we did in the beginning, like someone was pulling your waist back, pulling your belly button in, pulling your lower back towards the back of the mat. Good, lengthen out. And if you can, stand up and bring your leg out to the left. Look to the right. So you're looking away from the leg. Woo-wee. I gotta look at my notes. Come back through. And don't lose it yet. We'll go right back into warrior three. Oh. Slow and controlled. Maybe bring in that arm swing. Fall out, come back in. No big deal. Whoa. Feet together at the top of the mat. Hallelujah. Nicely done. Everyone, hands to the heart. Tadasana, mountain posture. Take 3 breaths here. Ujjayi style. Into the nose, defog that mirror. Exhale out as you like, either the nose or the mouth. Fog up the mirror. So emphasizing the sound a little bit. I've been to classes where people breathe really, really loud, which is fine, but you don't have to do that. You just want that feeling, that bit of restriction in the back to take notice of your breath. One more time. Tadasana is the mountain posture because you are strong and steady. Let your eyes come open, step your left foot back. Don't you love warrior one now? You're like, thank goodness for warrior one. Right here. All right. Energize your fingertips, energize your arms, bend your front knee, lengthen your back leg, rotate your shoulders towards the short edge of the mat and your hips. Right, so we're not in warrior two, we're trying to bring that back hip forward, that back shoulder, bend that front knee, reach up, relax the face. Where do you need the energy? Where do you need to let go? Maybe you need to squeeze your back glute a few times. Warrior two, keep that front knee aligned with the front toe. You can always adjust the feet. You can always adjust. Try to engage your tricep muscles by really reaching through the fingers. Gaze over your front hand. So engage the back of the arms. Beautiful. And breathe. That dristi goes right over, that focal point goes right over those front fingertips. He draws his swords and he's looking right forward. Or she. Inhale, exhale. Good. Come back up, straighten that front leg. Walk that back foot in a notch or two. Into martial artist stretch. Bend your back knee. I might not want to walk in that far. All the way down with strength. Whew. Only to the degree of that knee, how it bends, it's up to you. Maybe some balance, dristi, focal, point, ujjayi breath, core engagement. All right, yeah, take your time. Muscles in the pelvis engage, shoulders drop. We're going to move to the front to crescent, so you can use your hands or you can push into that back leg, spinning forward, whoo, into crescent. Yeah, do what you need to do. Lean forward, push through the back heel, brace your core, drop your shoulders, nice long line, ears, shoulders, hips, all the way down to the ankle, back ankle, and breathe. And then right into warrior three, legs on fire. Maybe you want to bring your hands to your hips, or maybe you want to tee them out. Whoa. Gonna make the noise. Yeah, the noise helps. That's why they ki. Yeah. And swing the arms. Or scissor. Where's that ujjayi breath? Brahmacharya. Where's your energy? All right, both feet down. Oh, I know, right? Oh. Right leg comes up. So maybe it's the right knee. Or there's lots of options. There's always options, right? Ooh, I'm going to grab my big toe. Energy into the left leg. I'm going to stand up with the right leg. All right, so we're moving to the other side. You can try it out. You can grab that knee. You don't have to do that, but that's an option. That waist pulls back. Shoulders pull away from the ears. Breathe. Use that ujjayi breath. And then stand up. Bring the leg out to the side. Gaze away from it. Whoa. Energy balance. Right? Small muscles working, concentration and breath. Practice. It's all right. And then we're going to come back through to warrior three. You could swing your leg all the way around. Whoa. Fall out, come back in. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Scissor the arms. Last time. Feet together at the top of the mat. Oh my goodness. Inhale all the way to the sky. Tadasana. Close the eyes if you want. Nicely done, everyone. Balance of energy. Hopefully. Ujjayi breath. Bring it back here. In through the nose. Maybe you can envision your posture, so you can make some modifications to get your ears, shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles kind of in that plumb line. Be good to take a picture of yourself from the side, right? Or a few pictures and see what you need to work on as you stand, if you can. And breathe. All right, let the eyes come open. So let's do dancer posture, and then we'll bring it down. We have a little time to do that, even though we've moved slowly with control. It's been pretty intense so far. We're going to do one more standing balance, and we're going to bring it down to the floor. So dancer posture is this balance of energy. It's really 50-50 of pulling and reaching and pulling and reaching and pulling and reaching, all right? So we're going to stand on the left foot. We're going to spread the left toes. You're going to engage your left leg. You're going to squeeze your glute and fix your clothes. Right arm comes out. So you can start maybe left hand on the left hip. Right hand comes out. Traditionally, it's from the inside of the foot. If you need to hold on the outside of the foot, that's fine. Try not to let the knee bow out too far. So I'm going to go from the inside, but do what's good for you. So maybe here's where the work is. Maybe you need to Push your hip flexors forward, open your chest, drive your left arm up to the sky. So there's that energy of that driving those fingertips up, bracing through the core, opening the chest and pulling your shoulders down away from your ears. Push the foot into the hand. So there's already a lot going on. So stay right there and hang out and try that for a little bit. Use the wall if you need. So don't move on unless you got that. Push those hip flexors forward. Push forward. Good. Pull your knee back. Yeah, there you go. You're like me. You're a runner, tight quads. Yep. So I know them well. So when you lean forward, you want to push the foot into the hand, right? Opening that shoulder to your own degree. And then you really want to reach. Now there's lots of different, bicep towards the ear, things like that. But you want to launch yourself forward like you're going to fall forward, look forward, breathe forward, but push the foot into the hand so it's 50-50 of push and reach and 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 push and reach. And then come down with grace. Oh, come out as you came back in. Right? To your own degree. No further. It doesn't have to look like me or anyone else. I've seen much more elaborate, and if you're wherever, only if you're standing. So other side, right? To the right foot. Spread the right toes, right glutes. Right hand, right hip. Left hand comes out. Reaches for the foot. Again, maybe that's where you're kind of aligning up, pushing hip flexor forward, opening through the chest, dropping the shoulder. Right arm energy. Whoa, super wobbly. That's what happens some days. And breathe. And then push the foot into the hand, hopefully keeping the bicep and the ear of the front arm. Push and reach and push and reach and push and reach and breathe. Look forward. 50-50. So keep pushing and reaching, keep pushing and reaching, keep pushing and reaching away. Good. Strong standing leg. Fall out. Is all right. Come back in. You got time. Get it, get it, get it. So you're trying to drive those toes up towards the sky. Reach those front fingers forward. Woo. And then come down with grace. Yo. And release. Spread the feet out. Toes off the mat. Malasana. So however you want to come down, if it's squat posture, if you're like, this is the squat here, fine. But we're going to make it all the way down to the bottom. We're going to make it down to seated. So I like to come down and move my heels. Stretch out my feet a little bit. So lift maybe one heel at a time. Yeah, there you go. Good. Balance. Or use your hands. Doesn't matter. And then we are going to sit all the way down. So if you want to lean forward and bring your knee back like so onto all fours, or maybe you want to gently, hear that, that, onto the belly. Sometimes that's a workout, just getting on the belly, right? Nicely done. Bow posture. So we kind of warmed up with that. Dancer. Both knees bend. Reach back for the outsides of the feet. So a little different. Lots of variations here. And before you lift up, push your hip flexors down towards the ground. Open your shoulders and squeeze the back of your body towards one another. Look forward. Push the feet into the hands. And then maybe there's the work. You feel your glutes squeeze, right? You're pushing your hip flexors down. You got your back extenders working, looking forward. Maybe that's it. Take an inhale. And if you want, push your feet into your hands. Open your chest and let your feet pull you back. Maybe gaze up. Now you can rock a little bit if you want. Maybe you do it with breath. So adding, again, a little Pilates in there called rolling. Or maybe you're just staying stationary, right? Driving the toes to the sky, focusing on your own energy because it's your body, it's your energy, it's your histories and mysteries. And then coming all the way down. Oh. Little pillow for the forehead or the chin. Let the legs extend out Behind you, exhale. Ujjayi breath. Just taking notice, feeling that bit of restriction in the back of the throat. All right, bring the head up. So we did bow, and in the beginning we did some swimmers. Bring your arms out like a T. Bring your feet together, bring your legs together like a mermaid. Tops of the feet on the floor. Right, you can bring your hands down for a moment. Bring your hands down. Get long through the neck. And even here, push your hip flexors down. Squeeze your glutes, brace to the core, and maybe that's where you work. Maybe you're just trying to lift your hands and feet off the ground, which is fine. That's the work. Who cares? Inhale and exhale, lift. So lift to your own degree. You can look forward, right? Back to the hand to the sky. Feet together, if possible, legs together, right? That's a big glute squeeze. Woo-wee. Inhale, 10, 9, exhale, 8, 7, breathe, 6, 5, 4, beautiful, 3, feel your back, 2, and release. Pillow, chin, or head, or you can even turn your head to one side if you want. It's up to you. Exhale. I always say, if you find something that's not quite working today, congratulations, you got something to work on. It's awesome. Work on your strength. If you're feeling everything is perfect, well, that can be nice sometimes too, but be nice to that area. How can you make it stronger, make it more flexible? What do you need for it? Maybe you have an injury and you need to be nice to it. Hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, push all the way up. Walk your knees into your hands. Flip your hands over for wrist stretch, so thumbs still face one another. 10 fingernails on the ground. Arms as straight as possible. So your thumbs are facing towards one another. So if you have your hands flat and your thumbs are facing, you just pull your fingers towards you and then flip them over. There you go, perfect. You can do it the other way if it feels good, but this is a pretty intense forearm stretch. So maybe you want to try to rotate your arms. And you can rotate what I call the eye of the elbow and get some rotation in the arms if you want. That's another stretch. You could hold that rotation. You could wiggle the body or pull the hips back towards the heels if you need a little more stretch. Maybe you don't need, maybe you don't need any more stretch. Maybe you need to strengthen by bending your elbows a little bit, engaging. All right, release. Whew. Cross the feet or sit onto the booty, however you want to get there. We're going to come down onto the back for shoulder stand. Modification is rain stick. So modification would just be laying on the back. And we're going to kind of do those scissors with the legs. So any modification, if that doesn't sound good to you, don't do it. Here's what it's going to look like. I'll go this way. So rain stick, you can have your arms along the sides, hair off the face. You can have your hands underneath you if you need some more support. You can even have a block underneath you. So if you want to stay here, you could work on scissors like this. You could even work on pulling some, I'm doing Pilates certification, so I like this bicycle kind of, and you could go backwards. So we're going to investigate. If you want to stay in rain stick, that's fine. If you want to go to shoulder stand right here, then you could also investigate the scissors, or you can investigate that bicycle in the other direction. So investigate on the back, scissors, good, or shoulder stand, scissors, or bicycle, and what's good for you. Good. Pilates has a little different angle on it, but I'm not going to pull it. Yeah, use your core, right? Shoulders away from ears. Keep breathing. And here again, bring in that Ujjayi breath. Can you control? Can you go slower? Maybe you got that momentum down, but maybe you could really feel into the body, like where am I using? Yeah, what muscle? He's like, I'm using all the muscles. Thank you. I want to do it too. It looks good. So scissor, maybe one touches, maybe, And drop the opposite leg. If you're scissoring and you're dropping one leg over your head, try to drop the other leg away from you. Right, so you're really almost getting shoulder stand split. Woo! To your own degree. Or maybe try those bicycles. Every exercise is great, but not every exercise is great for everybody. It's only great if it works for you and you like it and it feels good. All right, take one more breath wherever you are, shoulder stand or bicycle. And then however you lower down very slowly with the core, controlled. Oh. Knees into the chest. Inhale. And we're going to roll to seated. So if you want to push your way up or if you want to roll up, we've done a lot of rolling today, right? You can come up to seated how you like. Extend your legs forward, shake them out. Tight hamstrings, sit on a block or not. We're going to forward fold. Inhale, exhale. And just stay right there. Forward fold. Hands down, support your hands either on your legs or a block or the floor. And just breathe. So we talk a lot about spine extension and flexion. So maybe you want to inhale and look forward, pulling your chest down towards your legs. And then exhale, rolling in. Use that Ujjayi breath. Inhale through the nose. Shake out the legs. We're going to spend a few moments in forward fold. So if you're super limber in forward fold, maybe bring your toes towards your nose or squeeze your legs, enliven your legs, right? If you got a lot of stretch in the back of the hamstrings, brace through your core, maybe try to bring your face closer to your feet. I mean, maybe you're flexible in your hamstrings or the back of your legs, but what about your lower back or your mid back, right? What about your thoracic spine? Maybe you're tight there, but you can forward fold like no tomorrow. Keep breathing, Ujjayi breath, Ujjayi breath, Ujjayi breath. Today, let's do two more. So in yin yoga, we'd stay in this posture for like sometimes 7 minutes. Yeah, and you'd have to just slide into it. Doesn't make it right for everybody, you know. You don't want to injure anything. You don't want to pull ligaments. You don't want to make any rips and tears. So you have to be careful. Investigate what you're doing and why you're doing it and who you're working with. So I only know because I've done all the things wrong too. I have. Hopefully I don't do that anymore. Now I have training. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Oh, you have to go. All right. I'm not scaring you off, am I? No. We're going to roll down. Some people got to go. We're going to roll down. So use your core. You can straighten your legs. You can bend your knees. Tuck your tailbone under. If you want to make it harder, your arms can be up overhead. If you want to make it a little easier, you can hold on. Use your elbows. You're going to roll down. And you've made it. So lay all the way down. Bring your knees to your chest. Tee out your arms. Whatever, palms up or palms down, it's up to you. And just drop your knees to one side. So this is where you want to relax. You want to relax, so you don't want to hold on at all. Inhale. And as you exhale, try to release everything. Well, most everything. Just try to release the muscles. And again, bring in that Ujjayi breath, that awareness into the nose, back of the throat restriction. Now, we did in the beginning, if you want to take that top leg and extend it away from you long, you can even grab a hold of it if you want, or just extend it out if that feels good. If you reach and kind of engage the muscles to get a longer stretch, then and you exhale, try to relax it. One more breath here. Rebend that top leg if you straightened it out. Gently come over to the other side. Inhale through the center. And you can adjust the hips if you need. If they're to one side, exhale, knees to the other side. Gaze away from the knees. Spinal twist. Try to relax the muscles of the arms, the shoulders, the hips. Maybe extend that top leg if it feels good. The Ujjayi breath. So imagine you had to ujjayi or restrict breath the whole practice. You'd be focusing on your breath the whole time. You barely have time to think about anything else. And then roll back through center. Inhale, come back center. And then drop both knees to the outside. You can adjust the hips, soles of the feet together. Cactus the arms, back of the hands on the ground. So goal post or cactus. And as you breathe, work all the way through the spine, back of the neck lengthens, middle back, lower back, down towards the mat. Extend, reach the spine, elongate. I don't want to say flatten, you know, you have a natural curve in your spine. So, and maybe rock your hips left and right. A nice little inner thigh stretch, spinal elongation, get some room between the vertebrae. Exhale. Good. Stay right there. Do I have anything else on my list? No? Oh, okay. I did. Knees together. Bring the knees to the chest. Roll all the way up to seated. I did. You can sit on a block. And we're going to end today's practice, which might sound so scary. It did to me. It used to be 5 minutes. Mindfulness. Sit as you like. You're welcome to lay down if you want. So sit comfortably. You can kneel. You can sit on a block. You can lay down. Half lotus, full lotus, easy seat, whatever you want. Test it out. If you're not sure all those different postures and why, see what works. I want you to meditate or think about where your energy, Brahmacharya, has been going lately. To what? And then where you could direct it if you want to change things up. Sometimes I like to sit and think. Solving the problems, solving the issues in my own story. Maybe use that Ujjayi breath quietly, that restriction of the back of the throat. Let's place the palms down on the knees. Stay a little more inward. Not to overwhelm yourself with thoughts, but just thinking about how you could redirect some energy. If the mind starts to wander, just bring it back. And if you're like, my energy's fine, then focus on that Ujjayi breath, that inhale through the nose, defogging, that exhaling out either through the nose or the mouth, fogging. Just about 1 more minute. So redirect your energy where you need. Maybe that's just how to sit for 5 minutes and breathe. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Just bring some energy back into the inhale. Maybe roll the shoulders, enliven the fingers, sway the body. Exhale. Let your eyes come open. And today, if you'd like to take a shavasana after this, that's fine, or grab some bergamot if you want. Come on up, put it in your palms. I want to thank you so much for your time, your energy, and your effort. Truly. Namaste. And thank you.